Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Thegameblot, and we're basically a short video on my thoughts on Subnautica. We played Subnautica on stream the other night. Link for that is in the description down below. We had a grand old time. So, let's jump in while I give you a few of my opening thoughts. As you can tell, I haven't played for very long. This is sort of like an initial impression of the game. I'm going to give you a couple of my thoughts, and then I'm going to hand it over to you guys to give me your thoughts on the game. Actually, let me know down in the comments below. Thought number one. Loading time is a little long, but it does have a lot of stuff to load through. And when we actually get into the game, you'll see why I don't mind the long-ish load time. I will say this, when you first get into the game, you've got no clue what's going on, aside from the fact that your ship is crashing, obviously, amongst other things, and that the game looks very pretty. The opening cinematic, I have to admit, was rather amusing, with all the things flying around everywhere. It was kind of obvious that something had to knock you out at some point, and I'm glad that I did get that one particularly correct. Here we are, a little over a minute. Alright, so here we are, standing on top of the thing that we first make our way into. Just imagine this all being on fire, smoke and everything. You know, you've got a fire extinguisher to sort of set some stuff out. But, let's get down into the water. The first thing you see is just... Can you hear that noise? Hear the noise. You feel like you're underwater. Your headphones, everything, it just feels absolutely fantastic. You hear all the submarine noises? Looking at all the fish. There's so much fish. So much. It's ridiculous. I mean, look at it all. It's fantastic. Alright. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the butt. Okay, so I'll stay here like this. That's the Aurora. There have been several things that have happened to that, but we'll continue on with that in a little while. First thing you do, there is so much to explore and see. So much. It's ridiculous. There is just so much to have a look at, so many fish to sort of just gaze in wonder over, so many fish to run away in fear from. I will admit to doing that a couple of times last night. This is that kind of game. It's very much an explore the world and see what everything does. You see whether or not fish are edible, whether or not they do other things. Like there are fish called, it's like pufferfish basically, which you can turn into fresh water. Speaking of which, we'll have to go and get some of that fairly soon. So it doesn't tell you what to do. You do have to go and find out for yourself. Right. And in light of that, it does obviously, you do spend a vast amount of time just going, what am I supposed to do now? Which, when you're playing on stream, is no problem because chat will tell you what to do. But if you're playing this just by yourself, and you have no prior knowledge of how the game works, then good luck. Because this game... until you've like fixed up your ship and the radio, there are very few hints that it gives you in relation to what is going on. It doesn't tell you a whole lot all of the time. That's the other thing, the little voice in your head. And I called this comparison out last night on stream, and it was sounds like Gladys from Portal 2. So it's just a little sadistic, and, well, not keen to see you die. It does relish the thought of, you know, your lifeless corpse floating around in the water. So there is that. I wonder if I can pull up that log for it. Voice log. Oh yeah, congratulations, survivor, you exceeded your weekly exercise quotient. See, where is it? There is another one. Day 1. There's another one in there where it's just like your chance of survival has gone up from literally nothing to barely existent, and it is just, yeah, I got a good giggle out of that. The other thing that I got from this was that it's definitely a game that you have to go back afterwards and do another play of it. Look, this is the game at nighttime. Oh my word! I mean, above the ocean is not much chop to look at, but look at that! Look at the colors, and everything just lights up. That is insanity. It's so good. Let's go back in here while we continue to have a yak. So yeah, there are some timed events like the Aurora blowing up, which happened in about 20 minutes in, where I guess it could be prevented if you know what you're doing and you can actually like race through the initial level of just gathering resources and gathering equipment, which I didn't. So that might be something I have to go back and do again, is just speed through the first bit so I can get on board the Aurora and do other things, I guess. I will say this, swimming around is a lot of fun, and as I discovered, you do actually swim faster with an empty hand, but that is definitely something for you guys to have to experience for yourself. And while resource gathering is a bit of a pain, it's fine, because look around you, everything is so pretty. Like, stupid pretty. They've put a lot of work into the way this game looks and to how it operates around you. There are dangerous things around, as I have mentioned before. When the Aurora blows up, it does start leaking radiation into the nearby environment, and there are big fish who will not hesitate to attack you. There are some small fish that won't hesitate to attack you either, as I discovered on stream as well. Gathering some of the resources required me to scare off a couple of fish who would then decided to blow up in my face. I am currently playing in survival mode, which you do start off with a complete and utter lack of tools, as expected. There is a hunger mechanic, as expected, and thirst. Not something I've ever played with before. A lot of your standard survival games, like, say, Don't Starve Together. Hunger is definitely a big thing. Minecraft, hunger is a big thing as well, and unless it's modded Minecraft, thirst sometimes doesn't really play a big part in it at all. Thirst is not a mechanic from base vanilla Minecraft. It's something that's very much a modded deal. And there are a few other survival games out there as well that use thirst as a mechanic, but none that I've ever played with before. The crafters you saw me using downstairs to turn the pufferfish into water bottles is a really cool gimmick. I do like that. That is a lot of fun. The other thing that I wanted to touch base on was there's limited storage. There's not a whole lot of storage on your initial ship, and while you can build more storage, it does require a resource that you need to do other things with. So I guess you could go down two paths. You could use all your resources to build loads and loads of storage containers so you could loot all the things, or you could play it a little bit more thoughtfully, I guess, picking and choosing what you need and how much you need of it to progress through the game. So, and with the resource, it's pretty much, the titanium it literally, you use it for everything. So you can either use it to build a whole bundle of storage containers, which I will show you now. So these storage pods, the waterproof locker. Or you could use it to build all of your tools. These all require titanium in some form or another. I'll show you the recipes for some of these. Like, scanner uses titanium and a battery. Repair tool uses titanium. The cave sulfur is the one that I had the fish blow up in my face for. Batteries also require you to have... the batteries don't require titanium. But a lot of the other stuff, not inside electronics, but everywhere else, a lot of the other stuff here does require you to have titanium on you. and it's very, very cool. Very cool. Now, some of this stuff I have built already, but some of this stuff I am still working my way towards. There is a exploration component which does allow you to go find blueprints. This is something you need the scanner for, obviously, and without that scanner and everything else, you probably won't get very far. As you can see here, I've got one of 2 blueprints of the Sea Glide and the beacon scanned, and these stuff you'll find just anywhere, scattered around the ocean floor. All in all, it's a pretty cool game, and I could see myself playing more of this. Either just by myself, on stream, for YouTube, whatever. We don't currently need that. Let's go. See if we can't find ourselves like a rock or something. Maybe even. So yeah, bits of the Aurora are everywhere. You got cargo crates scattered throughout. Bits of debris everywhere. Your oxygen, by the way, is finite, so we'll have to surface eventually. You can't stay underwater the whole time. There is a better tank available, but I don't currently have the resources yet to build it. I have not scanned that yet. This looks like a dugong kind type thing. Oh! That puts out a gas of some kind. Okay. Right. Sure. Okay, so can't get close enough to scan that. Right. Doesn't seem like there are very many rocks around here anyway. So yeah, you rely a heck ton on these vines to do anything. And again, parts of the ship just scattered around. Just floating there, not doing much of anything. And you could salvage it for parts. Titanium, other metals, anything. Your inventory does fill up pretty darn quick though, I will say that. No, nothing down there. There are fish eggs and stuff that you can sort of grab so you can research various bits and pieces, but other than that, there's a whole lot to do underwater. I mean, hence the name, Subnautica. Like, come on, guys, let's be real here. But yeah, so it's very, 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 very pretty, and I mean, I'm not going to call it my favorite game, but I'm beginning to fall in love with it. I really am. So this is where I'm going to leave it. My name's Thegameblot, ladies and gents. Thanks for tuning in.